This is the 22nd annual Spiedie Fest and Balloon Rally.
This is Aviana, and she's 3 years old.
Great opening night, big crowd.
There's a high pressure that's dominant over the area, which is going to be good for tomorrow morning, tomorrow night, Sunday, and Sunday night.
I've never seen the balloon launch before.
My name is Roy Caton. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri, which is, of course, United Van Line's world headquarters.
I'm excited. I hope they go up soon.
A little wind, so they probably won't get up tonight, but we're looking at 4 flights ahead of us that look great. Really excited about it.
This United Van Line's balloon stands 75 feet tall. It's 55 feet in diameter, and that presents a lot of surface area for the wind to act on. So yeah, today the winds have been from 12 miles an hour gusting to 20. That's just way too much wind to try and inflate and fly a balloon and land a balloon in. It's unfortunate we had that cold front come through when it did. If it had come through about 12 hours earlier, these winds would have settled down in time enough for us to fly tonight. We'll put on a little show for these folks tonight, pack them up, get a good night's sleep, and be ready to work our tails off this weekend.
When we came into the classrooms today to make the creations, a little bit of it was about learning about healthy food, and a little bit was about creating something and having something they can put together and be imaginative and continue that on. But really, a lot of it too was just about having fun. And I think every face of those kids today was just, it was fun.
This tremendous day all started from a healthy food collection drive in numerous schools, sponsored by Chobani.
And our class was given a poster, and each child was given an item to try to purchase to bring in. And then as the child brought in the item, they were given a sticker to place on the chart to make sure we hit our goal of each item. And
that's what's great. I mean, and they'll do it without the reward. I mean, the reward is really the giving back, and they were, I think, content with that. But we wanted to thank them for the hard work. It was a challenge. It's really, it's tough, and especially in these rural communities. If you're in a bigger city, some of these whole grain foods and shelf stable type stuff is a little more available, and fresh fruits. It's tougher for some of these rural to get anywhere to get some of those foods to bring in, but they did it.
Students loved it. I was very happy to see everyone taste the yogurt today and taste their creations.
Workers from Chobani helped the kids in the Edmiston School District make yogurt creations as their reward for helping the less fortunate. The options were making fruit or peanut butter and jelly yogurt cups.
First, they had to add like granola, and then like the fruit came with honey too. And it had all kinds of other stuff, like yogurt. Well, I had mine with grapes. It was a fun time, and we really got to know each other better.
The look on the face, the kids, I mean, that's what just keeps driving this program. You see the look, and they're excited about it, they're happy about it, they knew that they were doing something good for the community. On top of it, we can teach them about eating healthy and having better practices with what they choose to eat. And it's an educational tool. From the measuring out of all the ingredients to what's good for you, what are vegetables, what are fruits.
Hands-on things, are very important. All of this is built up because they work together as a team, as a classroom. Just this classroom in particular, they work together to complete that poster. So they know all of the different aspects that went into a healthy choices, better choices.
I was definitely surprised.
They really deserve a round of applause, a thank you, and that's what we were doing here today, was just, here's the aprons, here's some creations, here's some healthy stuff. This is our thank you to you.
At the Mid-York Press, our on-site ink mixing system creates any color you can imagine, and every single one of them is green. Petroleum-based inks are gone, along with their disposal challenges and high emissions of volatile organics. All inks used at the Mid-York Press are based on a low VOC blend of soy and other vegetable oils, which, unlike petroleum, are renewable resources. We've also tightened up ink handling procedures.
The inks themselves or an environmental problem. It's interesting, we're much more careful with inks now, and they're almost squeaky clean because of changes that were made, good changes in the industry that keep the inks a lot cleaner.
And because the Mid-York Press custom mixes ink for each job, there's very little left over to be recycled. Press cleanup between jobs is accomplished with low VOC solvents. Just as green as our inks is what they're applied to. Mills supplying paper or board to the Mid-York Press must get their virgin fiber from forests managed with the best environmental practices. Arriving rolls of stock go immediately into climate-controlled storage, which means more consistency on the press and less rejected product. On-site custom sheeting also minimizes waste, in part by enabling meticulous product design.
Right up to the time where I'm ordering the die, something might change, where we're change a layout, change a sheet size. If you can cut off an extra inch off the edge of the sheet, makes a big difference in the amount of waste. It cuts down the amount of waste, makes the product greener.
There's very little waste out of here. We take less than a dumpster a week away in waste from a facility that produces 700 tons of paper product a month. So that's a lot of stuff that we recycle. We're very careful about making sure that the lightly printed and darkly printed are separated, not only because it helps the recyclers, but they'll give us more money for it. So it's not only the right thing to do, it's a profitable thing to do.
Furthermore, the virgin fiber from our paperboard waste enables recyclers to transform millions of old newspapers into recycled board. And remember those vegetable-based inks? Their greater lithographic stability translates into fewer throwaways. And because vegetable inks are easier to strip from even darkly printed paperboard, recycling this waste stream uses less chemicals and energy. Speaking of energy, our hometown's municipal power system delivers only low-emissions hydropower to the Mid-York Press. Low emissions also describes our new delivery trucks. At the Mid-York Press, green equipment, supplies, and processes are good for the environment and for reducing net costs of producing folding cartons and inserts. The Mid-York Press, Sherburne, New York, 607-674-4491. On the web at themidyorkpress.com.
Over the past 2 years, you and I have had the pleasure of working with Sophia Ojeda, but what I found out recently is that she's quite a fireball when away from the station.
5, 4, 3, 2. Q.
You recognize Sophia Ojeda from News Channel 34's nightly broadcast.
Red light.
She's also got a knack, though, for laying down the law.
Grab that ball. Good job.
My other coaches aren't as hard as she is.
Bops, push her back. Come on.
I first started playing basketball when I was about 7 or 8 years old.
Other way.
It was the most exciting and fun times that I could remember as a kid.
Like, she'll push you really hard.
Let's go, Red!
She won't cut you slack.
Nice, thank you.
But she'll try and make learning basketball really fun.
Tied up!
Because she wants everybody to improve.
See that? Some of the best coaches that I had were the toughest coaches, the ones that yelled, that really got us going and fired us up.
Grab it, push! Look up!
It's better for her
nice pass.
To push us harder so that in our games we play harder.
Do not panic when they're pressing you. Do not panic. Do not panic when you're passing the ball inside down low. Yep. All right? Hit it off the girl's foot. The girl had her back to you. Just go right off of her.
This is Sophia's second year coaching.
Job, White!
Her first with this 13-year-old girls Flyers team.
Pick up, White! You're so lucky that didn't go in.
Everybody's best interest is in your heart and your mind, and you want to do what's best for everybody. And you've got to make some really hard decisions.
She shot that three right in your face. You got to turn around and see the ball. You got to know what's going on, all right? Good job, good hustle, but you got to see the ball at all times.
It's hard because I want to be so many things to these girls, but most of all, I want to be their friend. And I want them to know that if anything ever came up, I would be there for them.
I look up to her as a coach.
Top of the triangle, two you down low, pick up that big girl, pick up a guard. Deny her like your life depended on it. Good! They're dancing, I love it.
I can trust her and stuff as a sister.
Hopefully, the lessons that I taught they could take into real life, like you never give up.